What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online, and today I'm playing in the MOCS. The thing is, I'm still a little bit ill, and I'm coughing quite a lot, so I'm not sure that I will actually be able to record the whole event, especially since it's 8 rounds, so it's quite long. But I thought I would at least record the deck building and then maybe a bit more. I mean, it will depend, but there might not be the full 8 rounds, which which might not even interest anyone either way, because 8 rounds is really a lot. So first I will just sort this by rarity, see what we have going on here. Ooh, well, Gear Hulk and Sky Sovereign, that's solid. Cultivator's Caravan is also a very good card. Okay, so well, we have two very powerful artifacts that we can put in any deck and that are extremely strong. Midnight Oil is decent, but kind of a build around. You cannot just jam that in any deck and expect it to be good. It's nice in some deck. It's a good sideboard option at worst. It's a card I like a lot, but sometimes it just doesn't work very well. Wheel is good, but it's not like a card that will make you want to play blue. It's like if you are blue, sure you will play that, it's good, but otherwise not so great. And summonings, I haven't seen that card being used in limited so far. I do like the card a lot, but I don't think it's just viable. But we have some very, very solid cards there. So I'm interested in playing yeah, sorry about the coughing, in playing green, because I do have this Gear Hulk, and green seems like my deepest color, at least, with the number of cards. Now I might not have good playables, but I guess we'll see. Blossoming Defense good, Attune Wizards are good, Takedown for the side, Willy Bendar, nope. Larger than Life, nope. Don't love the Sage, but it's playable. Guide is fine, Rhinos are good. Don't love Wild Wonder unless I'm splashing. And I guess I'll play, I don't know, probably not 3 Tigers, Gear Hulk, and Edgecrafter, but a mixture of probably 3 of these. But I'm pretty sure I will end up in green. Like, I don't know, Gear Hulk is pretty insane. The Tigers are very good in sealed. Rhino, always a very good card. Guide is fine. Yeah, green is just quite solid. There's no removal, we did not get any removal, but like just some pretty good creature. Now the curve is a bit high though, like I have no 2-drop in green, so if I want to play green I will probably have to pair it with, play it with a color that do have a couple 2-drops, but right now it's looking like I don't have many 2-drops in any color. Maybe white seems quite shallow. Well, there's 2 Reorgful Edges, which might be interesting to splash for, but yeah, 6 playable is really not a lot, and they are not very good. Like, there's the 2 Reorgful Edges, which is not even that great in sealed because everyone is main decking Enchantment Hate and quite often blink effects, bounce, and stuff like that. So it's not even as good as it could be in other sets or in drafts. I guess it's slightly better. Yeah, my white is just not. I don't think it's ever gonna be my second color. Though given enough fixing, I could see splashing for those Reorgful Edges. I do have an Attune with Ether there, as well as a Wanderer, maybe. Just looking at my artifacts if I have some fixing. I have 2 Mastodon for the white, I guess. And looking at the artifact creatures. Barge is fine, but we will play, no matter no matter what deck we will end up playing, there will already be there is already going to be 2 vehicles in this deck. It's going to be Caravan and Sky Sovereign, no matter what we end up playing. So yeah, a 3rd vehicle, maybe if I have a bunch of creature and I'm aggressive, but not super likely. Okay, a Bug. Foundry Inspector can fit any deck, and we will play a couple artifacts. 2 if nothing else, a Cobra and a Skygate, okay? And no fixing there. My multicolored cards are not super appealing. Disintegration is very good, but not sure that we will be able to play that. And I don't really like any of these 2 in a main deck. Well, might if you have the specific deck for each herb, but given the white we have, we can dismiss that, and as a reduced condition, even if we end up black-green, will be more of a sideboard option. Now blue, don't mind one ambition, but it's not amazing. Sky Whale is solid, like Whale is fine. Don't love Wingsmith. Blade Masters are decent. Blue seems a little bit shallow too, not very deep. Nothing very powerful. Like, I do like the two whales if I'm aggressive enough, but I might not be. And look at that curve. It's looking good actually, but it's only looking good because there is a huge hole there. And kind of have the... and you know, white has, I guess, Trusty Companion, Impeccable Timing, and Oak, and Ninth Reach Patrol, but those are pretty weak 2-drops. I hope there's one color with some 2-drop, but it looks like it might not even be the case, unfortunately. I mean, even if you have some really good rares, like I do have there, you will still need to find a decent curve. Well, sorry, Club Security is more of a filler. Midnight Oil, maybe, but I will not count it in the main deck. I think, well, I could, I guess. It's pretty good card. Leave Fast is fine. Probably we don't want two of these: the Rats, the Colony, and a bunch of Lookouts and Harsh Scrutiny. Yeah, black is not much better than blue or white. At least you don't really have many more playables. I don't really need more playables than these because well, I guess I need to cut one of the big card in green. So green is more like 10 cards, but if I have something like 8 in one color, then I will probably end up playing 5 artifacts, I guess. Yeah, this will get played, especially since I don't have any 2-drop. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be green. Like, it's not like, I'm not saying I'm gonna be green, but the more I look at this pool, the more I'm like, well, we probably will have to play green. I do like the Pila Bug, in any black deck. Sky Sovereign, and the Mastodon does add up. They do add up to the number of white playbills I have, but I'm pretty sure that I will be green, and I have already not thousands, but a lot of 5-drops. So I don't think I will need Mastodons at all. So it's not really a useful playable for white, if I may say so. Sky Skiff is fine, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for there, and well, I guess the barge will depend on the number of 3-power creature I have and the overall number of creatures I have. Okay, black is a possibility. I would end up with enough playable and I think a decentish curve, if nothing else. Foundry Inspector not looking amazing. 15 creatures. 2 vehicles right there. Could see cutting the Inspector for the barge. Probably not the best idea though. This deck is fine probably. I mean, obviously I would tune it a little bit more, probably change a couple things, but the overall curve is not looking awful. I don't have many 4-drops, but Club Security is completely playable. Wild Wanderer could be an option, especially if I try to splash for those River Pledges. And I do like black-green a lot in Sealed. I think it's one of the best color combination you can go for in Sealed. Go with, I guess. Either way. So that was black. Seems, doable, if anything. Now red. Red is fine. I do like double Infiltrator with Caravan and Barge maybe, and Sky Sovereign, so that's kind of cool. Fireweaver I don't like a lot, and I'm not gonna play a bunch of artifacts, so it's kind of a mediocre 2-drop. Gremlin is also looking pretty bad in this deck. No, I don't think we can play red either. Like, the Fireweaver are just way too mediocre in this deck. Sorry about that. And there's only really Furious Reprisal and the 2 Infiltrator that I like a decent amount. I'm gonna check the curve. Curve is not good. Like, yeah, it's not really great. Like, we don't really need more 3-drop, and most of the interesting cards in red are 3-drop. Like, there's Furious Reprisal, but yeah. An option, though, might be to splash for Disintegration and Reprisal from a black-green deck, but sometimes pools are pretty difficult to construct and to know what you should be playing, but here, given how white is, how blue is, I mean, how the colors are in general, I don't think I should try to do something else than black-green. And again, I do like black-green, so I'm fine with that. I'm not trying to force black-green either. It's just like, to me, it looks like the best color combination given what I have. So I have enough playables where I don't need to splash. I can splash, but I don't need to. Make Obsolete is good, but I think it's more of a sideboard option, same as the second Leave Fast. I might not even play the first one, it will depend. I don't think this is a deck for Lookout. I mean, sure, Lookout is cute with vehicles, but Lookout is not good in this type of deck with this type of vehicle. I don't think so. So I don't think we want more 5-drops, so I will leave that tiger in the side pretty clearly. I could play the Sage because I really don't have a lot of 2-drop, but I don't have anything to do with energy, so I don't think I will play that either. And there's this option of splashing Disintegration and a Reprisal, which is kind of appealing because we have the Caravan and the Attune with Ether as card we will play no matter what, and we can add Wild Wanderer and have, you know, a pretty good amount of fixing. So I think I will end up doing that, mostly because if I don't do that, I have like very, very few removal. Like I have the Sky Sovereign, which is, it's a removal, not like, it cannot kill anything, but it kills a fair amount of things. I have Tidy Conclusion, and that's it. And I think it's just not so good. I guess Harsh Scrutiny can count as a removal sometime. Not really, but you get the point. So yeah, I want more removal. I don't think I need the Inspector. The only advantage of the Inspector is that it can crew those things where Bug cannot crew them. So for that sole reason, I might just play Inspector over Pile Up Bug, even though I don't have a lot of artifacts. Just because it can crew, it has 3 power. And I don't really love playing 2 power 3-drops in deck that happen to have some crew 3 vehicles. The Rhinos, they do have 2 power, but usually not for long, so it's not really an issue. The Guide is fine. It's 3 power. I mean, Leave Fast is fine, but I don't have a lot of ways to use energy, and I have too many playables, so I might not end up playing the first one. I will never play 2, I don't think, but I might not even play the first one. I think we can cut the Bug for the reason I mentioned. We could cut Midnight Oil, that's an option. I think the Security Club can go. Not that Inspector is not bad, like a turn 4 Sky Sovereign is pretty busted. And now I kind of want to splash for these 2 cards, but it might be tough to do. That being said, I will play 16 lands. It might seem greedy, but I have Attune with Ether, and I'm gonna have a lot of forest in this mana base. So it's kind of like a 17th land. And I have Caravan that also produces mana and Wild Wanderer, so like, I think this is a 16 land deck, even though my curve is not very low. I kind of want to cut the Sage. I don't really like that card a whole lot, and I cannot really use the energy, so I think this might end up being my main deck. And I have plenty of good sideboard options. Like, if I need more finishers somehow, which I don't think this deck will need, but if I ever need more finisher, I can add a Tiger. I can add Hazardous Conditions or make Obsolete against, you know, deck with small creatures or that try to go wide. I have the Bug, which is decent option against a very aggressive deck because of Lifelink, even though, again, not the best combo with those vehicles. I have 2 takedowns, so yeah, some really, really powerful sideboard option. 2 leaf fast for grindy matchup, and Midnight Owl is also quite great in grindy matchup. I wonder if I should not main deck that, by the way. I think it might be a better option than Bomat Bazaar Barge. Both cards kind of does the same thing in the way that they give you card advantage. Now, I think I actually like Midnight Owl more than Bomat Bazaar Barge, especially when I already have 2 other vehicles. It's always clunky when you have, 2 vehicles and not enough creature to crew them, or you have to, you have to tap maybe, I don't know, a 5/5 to crew your Sky Sovereign, because this would get crewed by, I don't know, your Wild Wanderer or something. I don't think we really want or need that. I think the card advantage for Midnight Oil might be better. So, yeah, I think there's nothing else I want to add from red. Like, if I had a Welding Spark, I would add it, pretty sure. I have Skygate against very aggressive deck, which could be cool because I don't have a lot of 2-drop, and if I'm on draw against a rather aggressive deck, I'm definitely gonna cut the Fretwork Colony and add the Skygate, and I even wonder if it's not right to play Skygate over Colony main deck, because my late game is really good. Yeah, I think actually I should do that. It's clunky that the Skygate cannot crew, but Fretwork Colony is not the best at crewing either. And, like, look at that late game. Like, if I leave until I can cast those big things and Mythic, I will probably win. So, yeah, I don't really want to take damage and have a creature that cannot block in this deck. That might be the last change I want to do. That being said, if I face a rather controlly deck where Skygate is not necessary, I might just add the Colony, as it is a threat that can come early on and is quite annoying to deal with. But again, we have a lot of sideboard options, which is very sweet. It's always nice to have that available in sealed. We also have Wheeler Maker, though I think if I want to try to get value and defeat a control deck, I will add some Leaf Fast to my deck before I add anything else. So, yeah, 2 minutes left, last check. And by the way, I think that Furious Reprisal and Disintegration are stronger than Revoke Privileges. Like, I'd rather splash for these 2 cards than 2 Revoke Privileges. I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty clear-cut that this is better, but maybe if you don't know the set very well, we might think that the pacifism effect is better, and I don't think it is. So we'll add 1 mountain because we need 1, and probably this 9/6/1. Given the Attune with Ether and the Caravan and the Wild Wanderer, this is like 12 for 9 mana base, which is fine. I'd be a bit happier with 1 more black, I think, but I want my 9/4s to make sure I can cast Attune with Ether. It's really important. And I don't need that much black. Like, it's slightly annoying for Tidy Conclusion, but Midnight Oil is actually a card, it's pretty much the last card you want to cast from your hand. So if I have to wait a couple turns before I have my second black to be able to cast that, it's really not an issue. Like, I cannot really imagine a situation where I will not, for example, cast Wild Wanderer first, even if I don't need the black. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that even if I have double black on turn 4, I'd rather cast something like Wild Wanderer or anything. It's not a card, like, if it was a card you would really want to play on turn 4, it'd be different, but Midnight Owl is not really that. So yeah, that's the deck. Seems pretty good to me. I would have been happier if I had a bit more Rimvolt, because again, we don't have that many Rimvolt, but we have some really solid threat. Mediocre 2-drops, but nothing too bad. And yeah, solid rare, solid mythic, so I'm pretty happy overall. I hope you enjoyed that deck building session, and maybe maybe I'll see you for a couple of rounds, but I'm not sure I will record the whole event or even any round, because as you probably have heard, I'm really coughing a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you for maybe the next round or another event.